Okay, how are you? Flipping Houses 101. All right, friend, welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Freedom TV, where we talk all about how to achieve your dream life through real estate, how to gain that financial freedom. Look, it's not about the money, it's about having the time and the freedom to have, be, do, and give everything you want in life, and that's what this channel is all about. And on this episode, we're gonna break down Flipping Houses 101, okay? So when we talk about real estate flipping, everybody tends to immediately think of the TV shows, right, on HGTV, where you go in and you do all these repairs and then you fix it up and you flip the house. And that is a form of flipping, but it isn't the only way. And what I want to do is I want to talk about really the two different kinds of flipping, the two different methods of flipping and the pros and cons of each, okay? So first of all, we do have fix and flip. That's what we call that when you buy a property, you fix it up, and you resell it to an end buyer, a homeowner. That strategy we call fix and flip. Sometimes we call it rehabbing, but fix and flip is when you fix it up and you flip it to a retail buyer. Now, fix and flip involves a handful of steps if you think about it, right? You've got to find a deal, you've got to analyze it to determine your buy price, you've got to make an offer, got to get a contract, then you have to get funding, either your own money or bring outside capital in to buy the house. You need capital to pay for the improvements. You have to hire contractors to then come in and fix it up. Hopefully you're not fixing it yourself. You hire contractors to come in and fix the house up. You got to know what to fix and what not to fix, right? And then once it's fixed up, you then need to market and sell the property to a homeowner. Kind of a lot of steps there with fix and flip. What's cool about fix and flip is you can make a lot of money. I don't know if you knew this, but last quarter, the statistics showed that the average gross profit per flip in the US was $69,000. Okay, so it can be very lucrative, very profitable, and that's fix and flip. Now, another method that's often overlooked or not considered or not known about or even understood is a strategy called wholesaling. Now, wholesaling is a flipping strategy because you're still flipping, but what you do with wholesaling is you're going to eliminate a bunch of the steps. You still have to find a deal, you still have to analyze it, you still have to get a contract, right, to buy the house. But instead of funding and buying the house yourself and fixing it and flipping it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip your contract to another investor, and then they're gonna do those other steps. They're gonna get the funding, they're gonna close on the purchase, they're gonna fix it up, and they're gonna sell it or rent it or whatever they're gonna do, okay? So wholesaling, you eliminate kind of the whole second half of the business of flipping. So there's like acquisitions, which is getting the deal. There's operations, which is flipping the deal or exiting the deal. And with wholesaling, it's get the contract, rather than buy it, you flip your contract to another investor, let them step in and do all of that. Now there are some major pros when it comes to wholesaling as your flipping strategy. And the biggest one is funding, okay? You don't need any money to do the deal because you're not the one buying the house, somebody else is, which means you can have no money, no credit, no capital whatsoever, and you can get started in real estate and make a lot of money. That was what happened with me. I didn't have any money, I didn't have any resources, I didn't have any capital, I didn't have any lenders, to fund me on deals. So I went out there and I wholesaled real estate. I got contracts and I flipped those contracts to other investors that stepped in and funded and rehabbed them and all of that. And I made a lot of money. By the age of 30, I was a self-made millionaire from wholesaling houses. That's how cool it is. Because think about it. If you can do a couple a month, make $5,000 to $10,000 per deal, you can start to make a lot of money. Okay, and that's what happened with me. I started doing 4 or 5 deals a month, started making a lot of money, transitioned from wholesaling eventually into fix and flip, started doing bigger and bigger deals. Today I do multi-million-dollar new construction flips and 6 figures and higher per deal. But I didn't start that way. I started with wholesaling and I worked my way up from there. So if you're considering flipping is awesome because you make money right now, not later, not a little bit of cash flow and then in 7 years or whatever it'll appreciate and I'll make all this money long term. No, flipping is a right now strategy. You make money right now, which helps pay the bills, pad your bank account. Nothing is better than having a padded bank account, right? That solves a lot of problems. I mean, it pays for your kids' education, allows you to go to college, funds your retirement, you know, lets you do vacation, lets you get your dream house or your dream car, lets you do things that you're not able to do that you want to do right now. And that's why I love flipping real estate so much. And what I want to recommend is, if you're new to real estate, is to think about wholesaling as the place to get started with your real estate investing business. And to make things even easier for you, here's what I'm able to do for you. Here's what I can offer you that will help you get started right now in real estate so you can get that first check. Remember, it's less about like the first deal, it's more about the first check, right? Because when you get that first check, everything changes. I'll never forget my first wholesale check. It was $6,000. I was on top of the world. I mean, that was more money than I made in 2 months in my construction job. And I did it on one deal, and it took like, 2 hours total of my time to do that deal. So exciting. That's what just sold me on this idea of flipping real estate. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you kind of see the difference between wholesaling and fix and flip. Remember, you can always transition. I tell my students that once you've done some wholesale deals, once you feel really comfortable, then maybe consider a fix and flip. Maybe then look at funding and managing a rehab and transition into those bigger deals. What's great about wholesaling is you just take a sliver of the profit, you pass on the rest of that profit to the fix and flip investor, who's gonna then do all of that work and make the big bucks, right? And so that's exciting. Wholesaling is a way to get going with that. And I hope to be able to work with you. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, leave comments, and like this video, share it, and thank you for being here.